Welcome to Gold Derby. I'm senior editor Denton Davidson here with Jordan Torrey, who went home in fourth place on Next Level Chef Thursday night. Jordan, you were alone in that basement. Things weren't easy for you, but you said it yourself. You had all the elements to make a badass dish, but half of them didn't get on the plate. So what happened?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it was a combination of, just not being as organized as I could be, and also not cooking with a protein that I'm familiar with. I have black cod, a fish that I've never cooked before. And if you've watched all season, I'm kind of synonymous with cooking seafood excellently, right? So, that was my first hiccup. Black cod needs a little bit more time to get perfect, and I didn't get it on quick enough. And when it came time to get it on the platform, I was waiting for my fish to finish instead of putting all the elements that I had prepared on my plate.
Is it a little extra pressure, I guess, when you're alone with Gordon and he's just staring at you, breathing down your neck for 30 minutes?
Yeah, listen, I think there's always pressure when you're cooking with the greatest chef of all time. There's always that level of expectation that's, right here. Every little thing you do, he's watching like a hawk. But when you're one-on-one with him, I think it's not only the pressure of him watching you, but the pressure of like, hey, all eyes on me right now. Like I really can prove myself. I have a huge opportunity here, and you never want to mess that up. So yeah, the pressure was definitely immense.
And you burned your fingerprints off and went viral when Gordon commented on social media about that video. And now you have oil exploding in your face in the elimination challenge. You cut your finger slicing potatoes. Are you a little accident prone, Jordan?
Yeah, 1000%. I don't want to say I'm careless, but I'm just kind of a nomad in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any formal training. I just kind of taught myself, and I'm always burning myself, cutting myself. So none of this surprises me.
What was it like going from that viral moment with Gordon commenting on your video to suddenly being drafted on his team and having him as a mentor throughout this entire experience?
It was definitely a full circle moment for me when Chef Arrington called my name. Like I was game. I was ready to put in work and go to war. But when Gordon, interrupted and wanted to fight for me, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like everything inside me was just like super excited. I was super happy and super grateful to cook with the GOAT, man. It was a privilege and an honor.
Well, that's never happened. I mean, the draft has never happened before. And then
Yeah.
Naisha calls your name. So that had to be wild when Jordan or Gordon started breaking the rules.
Yeah, no, it was insane. I was just hoping that if I did decide to switch, like, the show would have been like, no, you got to stay over here, because that would have been crazy. Like I tried to switch, but then I still end up on Chef Arrington's team. That would have been horrible.
Yeah, she might have been a little bitter towards you at that point. I don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, you left the show with a smile on your face, and at the end you said you felt like a kindergartner that got thrown into college. So describe the experience and what it taught you.
Yeah, when I was standing there with Christina, Zach, and Gabby, it felt like a boy amongst men. You know what I mean? Like I'm self-taught. Like I like entertaining. So it's like I do fun videos on socials, but I also love cooking. But those three, like the hunger in their stomachs, the fire in the pit of their stomachs, it was like everyone could see it and feel it. And I respect those chefs so much. So yeah, I just felt like they were kind of light years ahead of me. And I was just truly, I still am just like honored to cook alongside of all three of them and make it that far in the show.
And the whole experience looks stressful watching from home, and there's ups and downs. What was the most difficult challenge, do you think, when you look back at all the challenges that you had? Is there
Mhm.
one that stands out as like, damn, that was probably the most difficult?
They were all hard. And I'll be honest, like when you watch it on TV, it makes it look 100 times easier than it was. You're just seeing truly a glimpse of what we go through when we cook on that show. You might see 90 seconds to 2 minutes total of like what we're doing, but we're stressed out and we're trying to figure out what we're doing for 25, 30 minutes straight. So it's like it's a whole nother world that you're living in that moment. So yeah, it looks a lot easier on TV. As far as the most challenging challenge that I had though, I would probably say it was, gosh, I would say Greek day because I had to cook the pig ears, which is a protein I've never done. But honestly, the kombucha challenge I really struggled with. I love kombucha, but I'd never cooked with it. I had a terrible grab that day as well. I was one-on-one with Chef Arrington. I was beat up mentally at that point. So for me, I would say that kombucha challenge was just like, oh, I lied. I lied. The team challenge. I hated that. That was so hard. I watched that and my hands were sweating. I have PTSD from that episode, the team challenge. Get me out of there.
What is it like watching yourself on TV? Maybe you're used to it being like a social media chef. You're used to seeing yourself on a screen all the time, but it's
Sure.
weird to see yourself on TV.
Yeah, especially when like commercials come on and they're like doing stuff for Fox and you see your face pop up or they say your name. It's really cool. I will say I feel like you're in a different pedigree outside of socials, like national television is it's its own thing, man. It's its own world. And like you can be a heavy hitter online and be a nobody on TV and vice versa. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity and it's pretty cool seeing myself on TV.
And what was it like just meeting all those other chefs that had all the same sort of goals and dreams? And everyone comes from such different backgrounds
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and cooking experience.
Yeah, honestly, it rocked my world, like in the biggest way possible. I got back from that show and I was so inspired and so motivated by everybody that was around me because I was out there for a long time. I made it to fourth place and just being around all those hungry chefs, it literally completely warped my perception on how I want to live my life to the point where like my wife and I literally moved across the country. Like we just moved to LA a month ago because I'm like, I need to surround myself with like-minded people, people that are hungry, that are grinding, that have like all this drive. And there's so much opportunity out here. So it literally changed my life.
What is next for you then? What sort of goals do you have? Why did you make the move to LA and what do you hope to achieve in that?
Yeah, listen, there's a ton of opportunity out here. Truly, I mean, this is where TV, entertainment, all of that, like this is the hub, and I have a ton of friends and contacts out here. And like I said, there's a lot of hungry other individuals out here who are down to work and grind and are like-minded. And I just want to work with them and just kind of like surround myself with that environment. My wife does the same thing. She's huge on socials and it's the same thing for her. So it just made sense for us. At the end of the day, I love entertaining. Like I love cooking. I love entertaining just as much as I love cooking, and I put them together. And I want to make like fun videos that entertain and educate people on food.
How did you start with food? Like where did that sort of get right? Did you start like making funny videos and then get into food, or
Nah,
did you
man, it
start
was a
with food?
lie. It was a lie. When I started dating my wife, I told her I could cook. I was like, oh yeah, I could cook. I'm make chicken da, da, da. I didn't know what I was doing. So I just started watching YouTube videos and recreating them. And like I would recreate them and be like, oh, this could be better. Let me try adding this, changing that. And then as soon as you know it, like I kind of got good at it. And my wife was like, yo, you should really record yourself doing this. Like you're very good at it. And that's where it all started.
So she was the social media influencer, really.
Oh yeah, I was against it. I told her no, and she was just like, no, seriously, you should do it. And here we are.
Well, for you, as you say, social media and national television can be their own beasts. So fans of the show who aren't following you, uh,
Yeah.
how do they follow you? We'll share that in the article, and then and what can they expect to see if they follow you on social?
Yeah, totally. So I go by Jordan on the show. That's like my name in real life. But online, I go by Farnham, which is my older brother's last name. Rest in peace, Farnham Grind Time. On all socials, it's Farnham Grind Time. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. As far as what you can expect, entertaining, high quality food content. You're gonna love it. You're gonna learn. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna enjoy it.
All right. Well, Jordan, congratulations on making it all the way to the semifinals of Next
The
Level.
only semifinalist.
But you are the only semifinalist.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. It was a fun journey, and thanks for sitting down with Gold Derby today.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.